Tonight, on the world's most amazing videos, a skier tries to jump a highway, but comes up short. Plus, a radioactive building comes down and unleashes a toxic cloud of cancer. Then, a protest goes up in flames, catching a man on fire. Later, a killer tornado thunders through the heartland.
It's getting bigger.
And heads straight for a neighborhood.
Oh my gosh, that's about to hit the school.
And a patrolman steps out of his cruiser and gets slammed by a runaway car. These are the incredible true life stories of people who face their most desperate hour and live to tell about it. Everything you are about to see is real. Real people, real danger, real excitement. Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. You are about to witness the world's most amazing videos.
Mount Bachelor, Oregon. Nick Klecker and his skiing buddies catch air across 40 feet of mountain highway.
I actually never jumped the highway before, but I definitely hit jumps a lot bigger than that, so it wasn't a big concern.
Nick hikes up the slope to make his run. He pushes off. He falls short. And he's hurt. Nick senses trouble early on.
The instant I hit the jump, I knew something was totally wrong. I knew exactly where I was going to land on the road. Just looking at that spot, just kind of waiting for it in midair. Just, here it comes, and then pow.
Nick sticks the landing on his back. He slams the snowbank, and his head smacks back onto the road.
Totally got the wind knocked out of me, and I was in shock. I thought my lungs collapsed. I couldn't move a muscle. I just kind of like tried to make peace with God really quick right there, and just in case.
Does your arm feel all right in here, buddy? Like I know it's been before, but...
Nick's badly dazed and disoriented. Amazingly, he stands. He doesn't realize he's broken his back. Nick's lucky not to be paralyzed or dead. He never attempts a jump like this again.
Even today, I'm stoked to be able to get up out of bed. I would say to anyone that wants to do this stuff, know what the consequences can be. Know what your limits are. Just don't go jumping into things. Wear a helmet.
Mansfield, Ohio. Interstate 71. Highway Patrolman Christopher Wood pulls up behind fellow trooper Charles Farley. Farley's in the driver's seat, handling a traffic accident. He's about to become one. Trooper Wood approaches. He'll confer from the passenger side, just to be safe. Trooper Wood hears tires screech, just in the nick of time. The sports wagon bashes the patrol car. The trooper leaps back. One more step and he would have been crushed against the guardrail. The police car is totaled, but both officers survive. They get back to work, knowing that the road is never safe for a highway patrolman. Moscow, Russia. A crowd watches the implosion of a building contaminated with radiation from the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. They think they're at a safe distance. Suddenly, it's not safe at all. The demolition team miscalculated. The building falls in on itself. It rolls out a toxic cancer cloud. The radioactive dust barrels toward the photographers and neighbors. The crowd panics. They scramble to get away. The death cloud is coming closer. And their only exit is a narrow gate. Luckily, everyone gets away in the nick of time. But they'll always wonder if they carried away part of the evil cloud of death. Hamilton, Ohio. Motocross racers burst from the starting gate. 13-year-old Chris Rourke is in the pack. It's his first race. And out of the first turn, he's in last place. The pack barrels over the bumps. Chris prepares a big move to stay in the race. He guns it. Believe it or not, the accident is caused by hairspray. Chris uses it to keep his grip on the throttle, but it sticks. It keeps the throttle wide open. Chris can't stop. He's launched 50 feet, crashing into the solid steel grandstand. The crowd is stunned. Track officials are afraid of what they'll find. But amazingly, Chris is okay. He'll get another chance to race. But next time, if he uses hairspray, he'll keep it under his helmet.
Coming up, an animal rescue goes bad when a man tumbles face first down jagged rocks. Hold on! Then, a speeding fastball smashes a batter in the face. Plus, it's terror on the track when a race car plows into the crowd. When the world's most amazing videos continues.
West Covina, California. A simple carpool violation has turned into an all-out pursuit. Police utilize standard procedure for what appears to be a routine chase. A cruiser taps the rear bumper, trying to push the truck into a spin. No dice. Then, a second try. Third time's the charm.
There we go.
One trooper revs his engine and burns rubber, pinning the fugitive against the curb. Two other cruisers move in.
Get off the truck! Get off the truck!
The truck is boxed in. Or so they think. The driver floors it in reverse. The truck jumps the curb and bolts back into the street.
Wow, that is bizarre.
The chase is on again. Moments later, cops are back on his bumper.
Well, now maybe we're going to try another pit maneuver here. He's going off into a neighborhood now, and this is crazy. Now he's really getting into a neighborhood that has no outlet.
The suspect's heading toward a dead end. But he's proven to be an escape artist.
Now here's another opportunity to cut him off. Okay, now they've got him wedged in here.
This time, police take no chances. They swarm. And a new fight begins. The suspect refuses to surrender. And he's a big man. A former pro football player.
Okay, they are not going to be gentle with this fellow. Now there's 2 officers, 3, 4 officers now trying to take him down. That guy is tough.
It takes 5 cops and a taser to get him under control. Finally, it's over. In this chase, the former footballer sets a new running record, but the good guys get the win. Isle of Skye, Scotland. The Coast Guard attempts a risky rescue over the Atlantic. A cow named Tina has gotten herself stuck on the cliffs. Rescuers wrap the cow in netting. The helicopter will lift her out. They try to keep Tina calm. The rocks are slippery. It's a 20-foot plunge into the roiling waters. The chopper pilot begins to raise his cargo. And then... the rescue goes terribly wrong. As Tina lifts off, she swings toward the water. Veterinarian Neil Stevenson tries to steady the old girl. He grabs hold of the net, and he's lifted too. When Neil lets go, he hits the wet rocks and smashes down into the surf.
I was standing on the seaside of the Cow, and I grabbed the net initially, and then I realised I was going up in the air. I didn't know how far they were going to take me up in the air, so I decided to, I don't know, maybe foolishly jumped off, fell down on sort of a ledge that was lower than the Cow was. I think a wave came in and swept me out into the sea.
Neil's bleeding and dazed, but he manages to keep his head above water. Two Coast Guard officers pull him out. They use the helicopter to get Neil to a hospital. He'll be all right. He's lucky. And so's Tina. She heads back to pasture after the cow rescue turns into a life and death race to save a man.
I was very lucky that the help was at hand. Well done for both me and the Cow.
Panama City, Panama. The National Auto Racing Championship. Dino Cipineri tries to take the lead. And suddenly, the driver spins violently out of control. He sideswipes a wall of parked cars and plows through a crowd of spectators. It's a horrific sight. Bodies tangled in barbed wire, mangled between the cars. Anyone still standing tries to help those mowed down. Cipineri is in shock. His car veers off as he tries to pass on the straightaway. Nothing protects the fan from the activity on the track. 8 people are hurt. Some seriously, but all survive. On the racetrack, even a standard maneuver can lead to tragedy. Sugar Land, Texas. High school baseball. Brian Carty is leadoff batter for the Sugar Land Vikings.
It was a day like any other day. It was a Tuesday night game. Excited to be out there, ready to play. We were playing at home and coming up to bat, ready to get things rolling to win the game.
Brian is the team's star shortstop. One more pitch and his game is about to be stopped short. The fastball burns in at 90 miles an hour, nailing Brian in the face.
I didn't see it coming. Right about 10 feet away from me, I saw it and tried to get out of the way as quick as I could, but it wasn't quick enough.
The umpire calls timeout. Brian's coach runs to the batter's box. Everyone fears the worst.
I was in shock. I had no idea what was going on. It was in such an incredible pain that I will never forget it. I describe it as someone taking a saw to the side of my face.
The baseball shatters Brian's cheekbone, fractures his eye socket, and it gives him a concussion. Brian knows he got off easy.
It could have been a lot worse than it really was. I could have had a broken jaw. I could have died if it would have hit me in the temple.
When Brian gets a look at his face, he fears his dreams of professional baseball are over.
I see it in my face, and it's like an orange on the side of my face. It was huge, just massive, growth-looking thing on the side of my face. And that's when the shock wore off, and I just kind of freaked out a little bit.
But Brian makes a full recovery. He takes his team all the way to the playoffs.
And they say once you get bucked from the horse, you got to get right back on. And it's a game. It's what happens.
His baseball dream is still alive. Amazingly, after that hit, so is Brian.
Up next, motorcycle madmen perform illegal street stunts and pay a painful price. But first, a bungee cord snaps at 10,000 feet, sending a skydiver towards certain death. And later, 2 boxers go berserk, triggering a fist-flying brawl. When the world's most amazing videos returns.
10,000 feet over Albany, Oregon. Skydiver Tim McMahon uses a helmet cam to videotape 2 buddies attempting to set a world record. The world's highest bungee jump.
Parabungee is where 2 skydivers exit an airplane attached to each other, and one becomes the stable platform and the other skydiver gets a bungee jump.
They're ready. Mike McGee opens his chute. Greg Jones drops at the end of the bungee. But then, that's Greg's body. plummeting to earth. When the bungee cord bounces him up, it breaks, smacks Greg in the head, and knocks him out. Tim watches Greg plunge towards certain death.
As Greg fell past me, I thought Greg was a dead man. I could tell that he was unconscious, the bungees were broken behind him, and I didn't think he had a chance.
Greg falls at over 100 miles an hour. But then, incredibly, his chute opens.
After I saw Greg's canopy open, I knew I didn't have a lot of time to get with him and see if he was okay.
Now, Tim joins the action. He collapses his own chute and dives toward his friend.
I didn't think about the danger at the time. I knew I just had to get to my friend, get control of him, and bring him in.
Tim reaches Greg and attaches himself to his parachute. They'll land together.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
He was looking at me, but it was kind of like the lights were on, but no one's home.
But there's a new danger.
Oh, my back hurts.
Greg must help in the landing, but he's too badly injured.
Carry me down, Tim. I'm kind of up.
When he said that, I really started thinking that something was wrong. I didn't know if he had internal injuries, he could be dying.
Can you move your legs okay? Huh? Can you move your legs? Yeah. I'm fading back and forth though, Tim.
As I looked at him, he was in convulsions down below me, shaking. At that point, I knew that we were probably both in for a wild landing.
The two men come down fast. They're out of control. And there are many hazards below.
I can take us down, but you're gonna land hard if you don't flare. I'm trying to get it. Okay, when I say flare, you flare, okay? Flare!
They make it.
Thank you, give him a hand! No! Help him!
Greg is taken to the hospital. It turns out he's very badly hurt. When the bungee snaps, the force breaks his back and his neck.
I felt like I'd just been standing in the middle of the freeway and hit by a truck.
But Greg recovers, thanks to a friend who planned to record a world record in the sky, but ends up performing something even greater.
He literally did risk his life to come to the rescue of mine. Had Tim not come, I would probably have been killed within 15 to 20 seconds.
Could have been bad for both of us. But I kept control of him, and I brought him in, and luckily we made it to the ground okay.
Leyte, Philippines. A mudslide nearly a half-mile wide. It buries a village. There is no warning. Buildings are swallowed in seconds. Family members frantically search for signs of loved ones. Then, suddenly, out of the mud, a miracle. A man is holding a child. The toddler's covered in mud, and she's not breathing. The riverbed is too strong to cross. The man waits helplessly. Precious moments pass. rescuers arrive, using a tractor to reach him. The little girl survives. Then, her mother is rescued as well. The mudslide destroyed their town, but it couldn't break up this family. New York City, a news conference before a big heavyweight fight. Boxers Sultan Ibragimov and Lance Whitaker can't wait to get into the ring. But no one expects this. Fists fly. Cameras flash. Each punch packs a mighty wallop. And Ibragimov's manager is caught in the middle. The melee begins when the Russian gives a playful punch to the towering Whitaker. The big man refuses to take it on the chin. He goes for the throat. Ibragimov's manager tries to break it up. He gets the old 1-2 punch by his own fighter. The manager is down for the count. But by the time paramedics arrive, he's okay. These fighters haven't even made it into the ring. But they still end up with a knockout.
Coming up, workers stage a peaceful protest, but it blows up in their face. Then, a man crashes his pickup into an icy river. Can rescuers reach him in time? But first, a race car hits the wall, sparking a massive high-speed pileup. When the world's most amazing videos continues.
To watch the activity from all around the racetrack.
Macau, China. Formula 3 racers burn the blacktop in an annual Grand Prix. But the race is about to come to a sudden, brutal stop.
There's cars everywhere! Cars everywhere! It's a red flag!
Car 21 rounds the corner. Too fast. Slams into the wall. Then careens across the track. It's a pileup from hell.
Lots of innocent victims unable to avoid the carnage.
That single wrecked car destroys 10 more.
The race is stopped on the opening lap.
Several drivers escape destruction by the skin of their teeth. It takes more than an hour to remove the twisted metal off the track. But it only takes an instant for this. Bilbao, Spain. Dock workers march to protest new work rules. But when they try to burn the rules in effigy, they get burned. They're too eager to set fire to the mock coffin. As two of the men splash it with gasoline, the man in the middle lights a match. Suddenly, they're engulfed. run. But one man is on fire. The flames rush up his leg. News photographers focus on saving his life. They get to him before he's seriously hurt. The demonstrators wanted media attention. But this kind of hot story is not what they had in mind. Missoula, Montana. A frightened, freezing man floats in the middle of the icy Blackfoot River. He's atop his truck, and it's sinking. He fell asleep at the wheel and crashed atop an ice shelf. Just a few inches in either direction, and he would have drowned in the chilly waters.
If he were submerged in the water, he would not be able to survive more than a couple of minutes.
The man is dazed, scared, and nearly frozen to death. Rescuers have a boat and make their way over the hard ice pack.
He was a little bit scared and very cold. What he told me when we got close with the boat was, "Get me the heck off of here."
The man escaped drowning by climbing through a window. Now he's sopping wet. Rescuers must get to him before hypothermia gets him first.
That time of year, it's literally just minutes and you're unable to help yourself. Hypothermia just zaps your strength in a big hurry.
It's a hard push, but the rescue crew finally reaches the truck and get their man.
He was very fortunate to have landed in a shallow spot because he may not have gotten out.
The man cheats death and walks away with a souvenir, a ticket for reckless driving.
Coming up, a deadly twister speeds toward town, and a fearless teenager keeps rolling.
Oh my gosh, they're about to hit the school.
And a deranged man holds a woman captive until a brave cop pounces. As the world's most amazing videos returns.
Bangkok, Thailand. A deranged man holds a very sharp knife and a woman by the throat. Police keep their distance. There's no way to get to him. His back's covered. But then, as the man is distracted, there's a policeman creeping along the front of the car. Then he springs like a tiger and lands a martial arts kick. The man's knocked off balance, but he still has the knife. The suspect is swarmed. Then he's tossed into a truck. Police make sure he won't be grabbing any more knives. The hostage is fired. And her captor is off the streets, thanks to one cop's swift action and a swift kick.
That thing is coming right for us.
Braggadocio, Missouri. On the dark horizon, a killer wind blows. 17-year-old Brenton Wilson can't believe his eyes.
Look at it. I can see it. You don't exactly see one of those coming through your backyard every day, so decided to pick up a camera and let everybody else see it. Yeah, it's coming right for us.
It's a tornado. A big one. A mile wide. And less than a mile away.
It's getting really close over here. And then it began to pick up strength and actually come closer towards me.
Brenton should run for cover, but he stands his ground.
I saw it coming towards me. I was hoping that it wouldn't get me. The idea of death was actually in the back of my mind, but I was just so overcome with adrenaline, I didn't really care.
The Twister smashes through electrical towers.
Oh my God, power line.
Then takes down the town.
That's gonna hit the school right on. Oh my gosh, that's about to hit the school.
The tornado is getting closer and louder by the second.
It sounded like a freight train. Oh my gosh! They just blew their house away. Get back in the house. The one thing that really frightened me, because I'm sitting here seeing this big, massive tornado pick up my neighbor's house that I've known all my life, and you know, it was very scary.
As quickly as it hit, the tornado turns and dies away.
This is all that's left of their home.
It wipes out 98% of the town's buildings.
I just wanted to go make sure everybody was okay.
But incredibly, everyone is spared.
My neighbors had just got out of the path of the tornado right before it hit.
Brenton wanted to face a tornado up close. He got his wish and his shot. He hopes it's once in a lifetime.
Oh my gosh, that's about to hit the school. Oh my God, power line. Oh my God, they just blew their house away.
Long Island, New York. Extreme daredevils Phil Bellisi, Gene Vitelli, and Brett Watson perform illegal stunts on a public highway. They call themselves the Strong Island Fearless Crew. Today, they set up for a dangerous trick ride called skitching.
Skitching is a trick that we perform where you jump off the bike, off the back of the bike, and you hold on to your rear fender, and you skitch along the back.
Brett pops a wheelie when the crew watches in horror as Gene sketches into Brett's bike at 120 miles an hour.
I thought for sure someone was dead. It had to be. All you hear is unbelievable. At that speed, I figured one of them was dead.
Both Gene and Brett live to recall the horrifying hit.
I land and I look back and there it was. It was so fast, it happened so fast, you blink an eye and it was over.
I see someone get right in front of me, someone cuts right in front of me. I had no control, I couldn't move, I had to go smash right into him.
Gene skids a punishing 200 feet along the asphalt.
I just kept going and going and going. Even my clothes ripped off me. My skin just felt like I was on fire, like I got burnt all over.
But Brett gets it even worse.
All you hear is the kid Brett screaming bloody murder.
I seen the bone sticking out of his leg, a couple of inches out of his leg, and his leg was just dangling in the air. I actually held his leg together so it wouldn't come apart anymore.
I'm laying there helpless. The only thing that was holding my leg from falling was my skin. The bone wasn't attached anymore.
Friends laying on the street. Yeah. Get him off the street! Get him off the street!
Frustrated police officers arrive at the scene.
You guys don't learn, huh? You don't learn. I've been chasing these away for 2 weeks now, and you don't learn. It's not the time to do that. Huh? No, it is the time. Shut your mouth. Now any bike that comes around on my post is getting impounded.
The crew escapes with a warning, but Brett is left with a gruesome and painful reminder.
I've had to have numerous amount of surgeries to get my leg, close to being back to normal.
The Strong Island Fearless Crew is a little less fearless.
I ride slow now. I just take it easy, but no more tricks. I just watch people do the tricks now.
This is what's left of my buddy's bike. This is not something you do at home.
It just, reminds you how fragile, the human life really is. I'm lucky to live through that.
These are the amazing stories of people caught in life and death situations who made it out alive. Join us next time for more of the world's most amazing videos.